Most families think the biggest life insurance mistake is not having a policy. It's not. In fact, one of the biggest mistakes I see is when families believe that they're protected and they find out too late they really weren't. Maybe the coverage was too small. Maybe the beneficiary was outdated. Maybe nobody knew where the policy was. Maybe it was work coverage that disappeared when their job did. And by the time the family finds out, it's already too late to fix it. So today I want to talk about one of the biggest life insurance mistakes families make and how to avoid it before your loved ones are the ones paying the price. Welcome to the channel. My name is Jessie Tello, family protection expert, and my mission is simple: to educate, to empower, and to protect. And today's video is part of the Family Protection Mistakes series, where we talk about the decisions families make that can quietly create financial stress later. Because sometimes the biggest problem isn't having no protection. Sometimes it's believing that you're protected when your plan has holes in it. Here's what happens all the time. Someone buys life insurance policy years ago. Maybe it was through work. Maybe it was something small they picked up when they were kids were younger. Maybe they signed up for something and never looked at it again. And in their mind, they check that box. We have life insurance. We're good. That's taken care of. But it doesn't stay the same. Family grows, bills grow, income changes, debts change, and yet a lot of families never go back and ask one important question. Would this still be enough if something happened to me tomorrow? And that's where the mistake happens. Not buying the coverage, but assuming the old plan still fits the new life. Let me give you an example. Imagine a husband and wife. We'll call them Marcus and Danielle. Years ago, Marcus got a small life insurance policy through work, and at the time it felt responsible. They didn't have many bills, the kids were little, the mortgage was small, life felt manageable. So in Marcus's mind, his family was protected. But over time, things changed. They bought a bigger house. The kids got older. Expenses went up. Their life grew, but their coverage didn't. And then Marcus passed away unexpectedly. And Danielle found herself sitting at the kitchen table making sense of what came next. She found out there was coverage, but it wasn't enough. Not enough to replace income, not enough to relieve the pressure, not enough to create the kind of stability they thought they had. And that's the part that hurts the most because they didn't ignore protection. They thought they had done everything right, but no one reviewed it with them. No one helped them ask whether it matched their family's needs. So now, in the middle of grief, Danielle wasn't just mourning her husband. She was trying to figure out how to keep everything from falling apart. That's why I say one of the biggest mistakes families make isn't not having life insurance. It's having old, outdated, incomplete, or misunderstood protection and assuming that that's enough. Here's a few mistakes that show up. The coverage never amounts never get renewed. Your life changed, but your policy didn't. The policy is through work only. And if the job changes, the coverage may not go with it. The beneficiary is outdated, either an ex-spouse, a parent, someone who shouldn't be listed anymore. The family doesn't know where the policy is. So now they're searching for answers during one of the hardest moments of their lives. Nobody knows what the policy was supposed to do. Was it income replacement, final expense, mortgage protection, or debt protection? If the plan isn't clear, the family pays the price for the confusion. So what's the solution? It's actually pretty simple. Every family should review their protection plan regularly and ask, if I died tomorrow, would this actually be enough? Would my family know where my policy is? Is it the right beneficiary listed? Do I know exactly what this coverage is meant to protect? Because protection isn't just owning a policy. Protection is having a plan that still fits your life today. And if you haven't reviewed your coverage in years, that doesn't mean you failed. That just means now is the time to look at it before life forces the conversation. The families who struggle the most aren't always the families who had no protection. Sometimes they're the families who thought they were okay. They thought they had more time. They thought what they had was enough. They thought they'd look at it later. But then later never came. Your family deserves more than a guess. Your family deserves clarity. They deserve a plan. They deserve peace of mind that comes from knowing if life changes tomorrow, they won't be left trying to figure out everything alone. So let me ask you this. If something happened to you tonight, are you confident your coverage would truly protect your family? If the answer is I'm not sure, then that's exactly why having this conversation matters. Comment review below if you know it's time to take another look at your protection plan. If this video helped you, hit like and subscribe for more family protection content every week. And if you want help reviewing what you already have or figuring out what your family actually needs, call me or text me at 317-800-9235 or hit the link in my profile for a free family benefits review. Because the goal isn't just to own life insurance. The goal is to make sure it actually protects the people you love. Remember, protect what matters most. I'll see you in the next video.